The Rescue of Lily, a fairy tale adventure story with Flora the Fairy and her brave friends. Flora the Fairy was a kind and gentle soul who lived in the enchanted forest. She loved to play with the animals and tend to the flowers. One day, she met 3 new friends: Lily, Max, and Leo. They were all children who loved to play in the forest, and they quickly became friends with Flora. One day, while they were playing hide-and-seek, Lily suddenly disappeared. Max and Leo searched everywhere for her, but she was nowhere to be found. They looked under every bush and behind every tree, but Lily was nowhere to be seen. They were afraid that something terrible had happened to her. Flora saw the distress on Max and Leo's faces and knew that something was wrong. She asked them what had happened, and they explained that Lily had disappeared. Together, Flora and her friends set out to search for Lily. They looked in every nook and cranny of the forest. But they couldn't find her anywhere. Flora started to worry that they would never find her, but Max and Leo refused to give up hope. As they searched, they came across a strange man with a hood covering his face. He looked suspicious, and Flora sensed that he might know something about Lily's disappearance. She asked him if he had seen Lily, but he refused to answer. Flora knew that they had to be careful around this man, so she asked her friends to stay back. Suddenly, the man pulled out a rope and lassoed Flora. Max and Leo were shocked and didn't know what to do. They watched in horror as the man took Flora away, leaving them alone in the forest. Max and Leo knew that they couldn't leave Flora in the hands of this man. They decided to follow him and rescue Flora. They tracked him to a dark and eerie castle, where they saw Flora locked in a tower. They knew that they had to find a way to get her out. Max and Leo climbed up the tower and tried to open the door, but it was locked. They tried to find another way in, but all the windows were barred shut. They were just about to give up when they heard Lily's voice coming from inside the tower. She was crying and calling out for help. Max and Leo knew that they couldn't leave Lily behind, so they came up with a plan. They found a rope and tied it to a nearby tree, then threw the other end up to the tower. They told Lily to tie the rope around herself, and then they pulled her up to safety. With Lily safe, Max and Leo turned their attention back to Flora. They decided to use Lily's rope to climb up the tower and rescue Flora. It was a difficult climb, but they were determined to save their friend. When they reached the top, they saw Flora locked in a cage. They tried to open the cage, but it was locked tight. They remembered the man with the rope, and they realized that he must have the key. They snuck around the castle and found the man's room. They searched everywhere for the key, but they couldn't find it. Just as they were about to give up, they saw the key on the man's belt. They knew that they had to be quick, so they snatched the key and ran back to the tower. With the key in hand, they were able to unlock Flora's cage and set her free. Flora was overjoyed to see her friends again, and she thanked them for saving her. Together, they climbed back down the tower and left the castle. As they made their way back to the enchanted forest, they heard a loud noise coming from behind them. They turned around to see the man from the castle chasing after them. They knew that they had to be quick, so they ran as fast as they could. The man was gaining on them, but just as he was about to catch them, Flora used her fairy magic to create a thick fog that surrounded them. The man was lost in the fog, and they were able to escape. When they reached the safety of the enchanted forest, Flora thanked her friends once again for rescuing her. Lily was happy to be reunited with her friends, and Max and Leo were proud of themselves for saving the day. Flora told them that the man in the castle was an evil sorcerer who had been causing trouble in the forest. She said that they had done a brave thing by standing up to him and saving their friends. From that day on, Flora, Lily, Max, and Leo were the best of friends. They continued to play in the enchanted forest and go on adventures together. And they always remembered the day that they rescued Lily and Flora from the evil sorcerer. The end.